I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to play. Okay, so we got a packed call tonight, and like I said, I have not really prepared for this call, and I'm going to kind of let you know why here in a second. So I'm just going to kind of speak from my heart, let you know a little bit about me, a little bit how I got started, what our team United Spark is all about, and where you could potentially fit in within our team. So thank you all for taking time away from your families to come spend a few minutes with us to hear about this opportunity. I want to go over how I got started. How does business work? Do you have to sell anything? What does a coach do? And how do you become successful? And what kind of time investment that you have? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to have to mute everybody because there's a lot of background noise. Mute all. Okay. All right. So we got everybody muted. So everybody should be able to hear now. Okay. One more time. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jessica Turner, Jessica Skitka Turner. I don't even know what to call myself these days. I started with Beachbody June, or actually my first challenge group was May 2014. And I had just separated from my husband. I was in the middle of a divorce, and I was just in a really bad place in my life, but I was working full-time at an executive level finance job for the city of Wauchula. I was the assistant finance director. So I was single mom, a very demanding job. I have my son full-time during the week. I didn't have time. I tried to do Battle Heart and a few different things, and I would, pick him up after he was in school for daycare for 9 or 10 hours, drop him off in the daycare at the gym, tried CrossFit, and then I tried the YMCA. And he hated it. He had been in a daycare all day long. And I just started to get that mommy guilt, where we typically as women put other people ahead of ourselves. And I just felt like, my time was not best spent dropping him off again while I worked out. So I was in a very bad place mentally with the divorce, and not that I was in bad shape by any means, but I knew I needed something different in my life. So let me back up a little bit and just give you a little background of my story prior to that. So I grew up in Wauchula, Florida, here in Hardee County, Florida. It's a very rural community in Southwest Florida, for those of you not in Florida. And I don't know about the way you grew up, but we didn't grow up in a family where it was healthy meals. I mean, Hamburger Helper was kind of a staple in our house, or, the processed Little Debbie's and things like that. So we certainly didn't know anything about health and fitness. And I always, I went through some really bad things as a child. As I'm sure everyone kind of has their histories with their family. My dad was an addict most of my life, in and out of prison. My mom, unfortunately, went through a phase of that as well when I was 13, and I went to go live with my grandmother. I was the oldest of 4, and my grandmother raised me and my 3 other siblings until we all graduated high school. The backstory of that is it created a lot of self-image issues for me growing up, and I always kind of struggled with my weight a little bit. I was never obese, but I certainly was never small because, like I said, we didn't know how to eat healthy, and Granny's cooking is Granny's cooking, right? That's why everybody loves Granny's cooking. So you fast forward into high school. I mean, junior high is a rough age to be going through something that traumatic, but then you had all of the craziness of junior high and not being comfortable with your weight, which led to some eating disorders throughout high school. I actually ended up in the hospital getting a CAT scan in about 10th grade because I had not eaten in 5 days. And that's something I've never even really shared with anybody. So it was like this dire need to be thin and love myself. And I didn't know how. Thank God I found church and it became active. I was in sports and cheerleading and things like that. But so I found the fitness part of being healthy. I still didn't know how to eat healthy though. And so when I got to college, I started going to the gym and I was doing all thing, and I started trying to teach myself about, calories and fat and all these kind of things. So it's all education. So I started learning about the fitness part, and I started learning about the nutrition part, but it would never stick that long. I'd go through spurts like everyone does. I was on for a couple of weeks and off for a couple of months. And so the cycle continued. I would go up and down. If you see this picture here, that is me in college. I was that was when I turned 21 and found Denny's and Taco Bell and all those fun things at 3 a.m. And, but I lost the weight after college, and then I would gain it right back. And so when I was pregnant with my son, I gained 60 pounds when I was pregnant. And everybody's like, oh, you were pregnant. But, that goes with the flow of the yo-yo dieting and the things like that. So I gained 60 pounds with him. And then I went to P90X. And that was what I did. That was the first program I did when I had my son. And it took me about a year to get off the baby weight, but I did get it off. And a year after that, but I quit, right? I never finished P90X because the fitness was great and I was eating all right, but I never stuck with it. And about a year after that, I was turning 30, and I did Insanity, the regular Insanity, before Max 30 came out. And I got in great shape. Again, I was doing the fitness, nutrition was all right, but I didn't stick with it. So fast forward to what I was telling you when I started, about 3 years after that, me and my husband were going through a divorce, and I didn't have the ability to go to the gym or do those kind of things. So a friend of mine from high school reached out to me, and I said, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? And most of like you in this group, I was very, very skeptical, right? Because I did the fitness programs, but what is this challenge group this girl's talking about? And what's the Shakeology stuff? And, but I was desperate. I wanted to lose weight. I wanted to be able to be home with my son. And I was kind of out of options at that point. And I was just ready to feel better. I was so mentally drained. So I joined my first challenge group, May 2014. And to be completely honest with you, I had put it in my calendar, in my phone, my 30-day of when I was going to cancel my Shakeology, because I was sending that stuff back and I was going to get my refund. I was single mama, right? I'm on a budget. I can't afford this $100 shake stuff. So 2 weeks into my challenge group, I was obsessed with Shakeology. I was super excited I'd already lost almost 4 pounds in my second week. And I was just feeling better. I just felt so much better. I was getting up in the mornings before my son ever got up. So I didn't take any time away from him. And it was just a game changer for me. So I loved it and I wanted to keep going. My coach asked me if I wanted a discount, if I wanted the 25% off. Well, of course I wanted 25% off. Again, I was a broke mama. So I took the 25% off, and she asked me if I wanted to start coaching. And I said no to the HLL no. I don't want to coach. I don't have time. I'm busy. Again, job, kid, got all this stuff going on. I do not have time to coach. So everybody on this group is done. So if you're a coach. But what I did is I simply shared what I was doing with other people. I posted, I became a coach June 28, 2014. Right around July, I posted it, said, this is what I've lost 9 pounds, 9 inches. I'm obsessed with Shakeology. I love my challenge group. And everybody was like, well, how do I do it? How do I do it? How do I do it? Because people want to do things that work, right? So that's how my journey got started, long and short of that. So, and that's when United Spark was born. I brought my sister on board with me. And so what was 1 became 2, now we're a community of almost 260 coaches as of today in my downline. So we're growing at a rapid pace. And what this is about is just about making your mess your message. I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't do anything that anybody else has not done. I just simply followed the program and shared it with other people. So that's just a little bit about me. So, but enough about me. I want to just give you a little background on Beachbody really, really quickly. So for those of you that don't know what Beachbody is the corporate that takes care of all the programs you heard about, P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix, Turbo Fire, right? People hear about the fitness programs because they were infomercials. And I actually did a Tony Horton video back in they came out in 1998 when the Beachbody was formed. But in 2001, I did my first Tony Horton 10-minute trainer in my apartment in college. So that's how long I've been doing Beachbody, but I wasn't aware of the coaching opportunity. So they've always done infomercials. If you've been up late at night, you've seen them. And they found their niche to become a direct marketing company, because what was happening is all these people were doing these programs, and that's back when chat rooms were first starting, if you're all as old as me and remember chat rooms and AOL.com. But so people were getting on these chat rooms, right? And they were helping each other through the program. And so Beachbody, being the amazing company it is, I can't say enough for it, seriously. They said, why don't we pay these people to help other people? So we can help as many people as we need to, because only certain people are watching these infomercials, but there's all these people online helping each other. And so that's how the coaching opportunity was formed. And so their motto is helping people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives. I don't like saying we're a multi-level marketing company. I say we're a multi-level helping company, because that's what you do. The only way you're successful in this company and you get the compensation plan is if you help people. Your pay is a direct reflection of the number of lives that you help change. And so that's how our team was formed. That's how I started. And that is what Beachbody is based on. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about Beachbody. So who are coaches, and what do you need to be a coach? What qualifications? I'm going to go ahead and tell you what you don't need to be. You don't need to be a fitness trainer. You don't need to be in your ideal shape. You do not need to be a nutritionist. You do not need to be sane, because I think we're all a little crazy, but we have a lot of fun. But so I have so many people say, I can't coach because I'm not at my, ideal size, or I can't coach because my life is just a mess, and I'm too busy right now. But this is a little bit about who we are. We're just normal, everyday people doing everything we can to stay on track with our own nutrition, which is why we stay in these challenge groups and help other people. And we're just trying to get other people to help other people, because your circle of friends, I don't know your circle of friends. So the people I can help is not in your circle usually. So it's all about paying it forward and helping that one person. I mean, we've seen so many people that, they've changed their children's lives, their husbands' lives. I mean, Kelsey Johnson just posted a picture the other day, like her and her husband together have lost 80 something pounds. It's crazy. And we have another coach, Vicky Rodriguez, like her son and her husband have both, their lives have been forever changed because someone offered Vicky the opportunity and someone offered Kelsey the opportunity. So you don't even realize the number of lives that you can help change just by saying, hey, will you join me in my next accountability group? So we are regular everyday mother, wives, college students. We have people that are stay-at-home moms. We're just girlfriends, teachers. I'm telling you, when I say we're really real, we're really real. I've just been on my journey for a lot longer. But I'm at a point in my size now where people are like, oh, well, you wouldn't understand. I have been every size. I've been a size 14 and I've been a size 2. So you don't need to be a certain size, and you don't need to have a skill set, because we teach you how to coach. So why I love being a coach? Well, one, I got to go to Jamaica and the Bahamas last week. That was really cool. That was a goal of mine. When I became a coach, I saw these people going to they were going to Cancun when I first became a coach. And I'm like, I want to do that. So, unfortunately my job now doesn't allow me the ability to go to cool vacations, to hang out with really cool friends, to work from home, to work from my phone, to have that flexibility. So, we're all in here working towards a certain goal in our life that our current job or situation is not allowing us to do. So it allows me, one, personal fitness accountability. I've been in a challenge group every month for almost 24 months. May will be 24 months for me. So it's been a lifestyle change for me, and I would not have stuck with my fitness goals if I wasn't a coach. I say that with 100% certainty. If I was not a coach, I would have been like, I'm going to skip this challenge group. I can't skip challenge groups. I'm a coach. I host a group every month. So me helping people ultimately helps myself. Freedom of financial freedom and freedom of choice. I'm building a life for me and my son now. I don't need to rely on somebody to do that for me. I am able to take trips and go places I would not be able to go because of the freedom that this allows me to do. I get to do this wherever I want. I do it during my lunch. I do it on my breaks. I do it at night. I do it when my son's sleeping. I can do it on the weekends. I get to pick when I work. The quality of friendships, I can tell you that some of the people that I have met through this journey have become some of my very, very best friends. The great thing about being a coach is that personal development is such a huge part of what it means to be a coach. So you're around people that want to be better. I mean, I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't have a plethora of friends that were looking to better themselves every day. And that's what we do. We are certainly far from perfect, but we try to invest in ourselves and each other and grow each other. And we're a constant source of fun and inspiration. Like, we laugh and we talk every single day. I talk to some of the coolest chicks every day. I can tell you at work, not some of the coolest people I know. Beachbody, some of the coolest, absolute coolest people I know. So we work together as a team. We do everything as a team. We run challenge groups as a team. We do coach calls every week as a team. And like I said, opportunity for travel and events. We're going to Super Saturday next or Super Sunday next weekend. I just got back from Jamaica and Bahamas. We're going to Nashville in July. So it's fun, y'all. And you get to use your own individuality and style and personality to share, not sell. I don't sell anything. I think selling is really tacky. You will never see me posting like, buy this for $140. Like, it's not how I roll. I just share what I'm doing. I share what works for other people, and I ask people if they want to join me. And I get to do that my way. And the way that my sister, Jody, does it is completely different than the way I do it. But you know what? It's equally the same, because the people that she is attracted to her coaching style is different than mine. So you get to be your own person. You get to share your message or share your story, and just, isn't that really cool? Like, you get to make your messy parts, like all that crap I told you about my family, I get to make that part of me, and I get to inspire people. So think of all the crappy things in your life. Like, now you get to use that as a platform to help other people. I don't know that I've ever been given that opportunity before. So I think it's really, really awesome. Okay. So kind of been rambling here. Hope I haven't lost you. So there's 3 different types of coaches. One is a discount coach. My mother is a coach. She's never coached anybody a day in her life. She just loves Shakeology. I love those coaches. Whatever. Keep buying Shakeology, Mom. You rock, right? Because I want her to stay in shape. I don't get any commission from that. That's okay. I want people to stay on this journey because I want them to live like a healthy, fulfilling life. And I want that to radiate over to other parts of their life. So discount coaches are great. Maybe you just want 25% on Shakeology and future fitness programs. That's cool with me. You can be a hobby coach. That's how we all start, or that's how I started. I said I was a business builder, but it was more of a hobby. And that's basically saying, I have a full-time job, which I do. I'm going to fit this in where I can, and I'm going to try to help 1 to 3 people a month, preferably 3. 3 people a month, and I'm going to get the discount, and I'm going to be a resource for people. So maybe, I'm a little bit more than discount, but I'm not really trying to build a business. That's what you call a hobby coach. And then a business builder is someone that sees the big picture. Okay. That's someone that says there's something to this, right? Our coach, Brittany Leggett, has been in this business for less than 3 years. She's actually just hit her 3-year mark, and she's now in the Millionaire Club. I'm telling you, I've met her. I've talked to her. She is one of the most kindest, genuine person I've ever met. And I can say that about so many other of the people that have made this into a large, very viable business. And they did that by sharing their story and reaching out and trying to help as many people as possible. So you have choices. You can be a discount, you can hobby, or you can build. And once you see the big picture, you're going to want to build, because there's unlimited tapped potential to what you can do in this business. I can tell you right now, I get about if I'm lucky, a 3% raise every year in my job, right? My 9 to 5, which is more like 7:30 to 6 some days. 2 to 3% a year. Beachbody, I gave myself over a $300 raise in my very first year, a 300% raise. Sorry, it was definitely more than $300, 300% raise. So I can either get 2 or 3 or 300%. So quite different, very, very different. So just think about it. First steps as a coach. If you're currently in a challenge group and you bought a challenge pack, it's super duper easy. If you didn't already sign up for the discount before you got started, all you have to do is fill out go in there, sign up as a coach, and voila, you are ready to get started. And we are going to put you in a coach training group starting next month. And we're going to show you exactly everything you need to do to get started. If you're brand new to this call, you haven't been to a challenge group, maybe you just jumped on to see what this is all about, it's pretty easy. I want you to go through a challenge group first. So you buy a challenge pack. That is a fitness program and Shakeology. And you go through 21 days of a challenge just to make sure it's right for you. Because how do you know how to coach a challenge group if you've never been through one? So I want you to go through a challenge group, and I want you to get results. And I want you to share that with people. So that's how you get started. Or, there's a $15.95 business fee every month to coach, right? So that's saying, Beachbody is saying, we're going to give you a business. You can start a business and you're going to pay us $16 a month, and we're going to take care of all your websites, inventory, shipping, customer service, and they spend millions and millions of dollars every year in advertising. So they're doing all the legwork, and they're just saying, okay, hey, hand us $16 a month and we'll take care of everything. You just go try to help people. So you think about if you were actually starting a business, how much that would cost. So this is like the most ridiculous fee ever, smartest fee ever, if you really want to get started on a business. Challenge group. So like I said, once you get the challenge pack, that gets you through the first 30 days. After 30 days, it's $16 a month to be a coach. And then you utilize the challenge group for private and online support. You practice and observe. You share your results. And then after you go through your challenge group, you're going to go to that coach training group for 21 days to figure out how this all works. And then you're going to join up with your coach again, and you're going to host a challenge group together in your third month. So what I'm saying is that we teach you how to do this step by step. So you don't just become a coach and have to figure it out. We're going to help you learn how to work the business. So I just want to give you a quick little thing about the number one way you become successful as a coach is become proof that the product works. These are all coaches on our team. Sarah cracks me up. This is how she was measuring herself the first time. She measured we did measurements, and she was so upset with herself. She didn't want to take pictures. And being the mean coach I am, I made her take pictures, and she sends me and she said, if you send them to anyone, I'm going to kill you. So now look at her. She, is so glad that she took those pictures, because they're such a testament to the work that she put in since she joined her first challenge group. So, and Nicole was another one. Nicole was Nicole, she gave me such a hard time about joining because she did not want to coach. She did not whatever. But she finally said yes. And now she's one of the most successful coaches on our team. She's doing really, really well. Look at, her transformation. And she's actually had a bigger transformation since this. I actually probably need to update her pictures as well. So then we got Sunshine. She is such a rock star. If y'all don't know her, follow her. Her name serves her well. She is such an inspiration. And then Kelsey. If y'all haven't seen Kelsey's transformation, it's amazing. And so, the key thing here is that one person offered them the opportunity and to join a challenge group, and it literally changed their life. It changed their lives. It's a big deal. So, and they're forever changed. Their marriages are changed. Their relationships with their kids have changed because they're happier with who they are, which makes it better for everyone around them. It's a big deal. So I told you about Brittany Leggett, and I should have my own slide in here. I just honestly haven't had time to make one. So, but my progression has been very similar. Her month one, she was a nurse and RN. She was living paycheck to paycheck. She worked 40 hours a week from away from home, and she was in debt. Same as me. And she wanted more time with her family, more freedom of finances, and more fulfillment through serving others. And Beachbody was that vehicle for her, as it is for me as well. Month 1, she was able to pay for Shakeology and her fitness program. Month 4, it was that plus her car payment. Month 9 was all of that plus $1,000 she paid off in debt. Month 12, she did all of that plus paid off $2,000 in debt. And then month 19, she did all that. She paid $10,000 off the debt, and she bought new furniture with cash. Just to give you an idea of my progression, it was very similar. I was about 14 months in when I was able to pay off a $7,000 student loan. I mean, I put myself through college. I left college with $33,000 worth of student loans. And about 14 months into Beachbody coaching, I was able to pay that off, which was a huge load off me. Again, as a single mom, I just wanted to get off debt, and I wanted to be able to use my money to travel and do fun things and not constantly paying other people. So there's so much potential in this business. Again, it's just, there's no guarantee, but if you work the business works. So we're part of Dynasty United. Like I said, that's Brittany Legutte's team. We're actually our team, United Spark. We get everything from her. She's a top 10 team. Actually, I think she dropped down to 11 now, but still, I think there's 400,000 coaches, like over 400,000. And our team is number 11 in the entire company. My team, United Spark, we're in the top 500. So we're definitely nothing, we're gaining traction, but so we're in top 1% of all of Beachbody. So you get the best training that is available. Like, we pass you everything that you need to be successful. Again, we have weekly team calls to recap any training opportunities and any way that we can help you. And there's unlimited online support and resources to every question that you would ever need regarding this opportunity. So I'm going to take a second and kind of just ask a few of my girls. They didn't know I was going to do this, but I just want them to take maybe 60 seconds and let you know, like, what they love about coaching. Obviously, or I hope you know what I love about coaching so far. So let me get out of this, and you're going to see, who do I want to call on? How about Nicole Keene? Are you able to talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. So why do you love coaching?
Like you said, I was not someone that, started coaching because I wanted to coach. I definitely didn't want to do it at first, and you had to talk me into it, just like I didn't want to do a challenge group at first, and you had to talk me into it. But when I started sharing what I was doing and people started asking, it's in my nature to want to help them. And when I first did my first challenge group and saw people, I've lost 15 pounds, I feel so much better, and they were excited about what they were doing. That was a big motivation for me, and I loved helping other people. And that's my main motivation. I'm not in this for money. Yes, money is a great thing, and I would love to be able to stay home and have that financial freedom for my family, and that's what I want. But I'm not in it just for that. I want to help other people, and it's very fulfilling to me to be able to do that every day.
And you do such an amazing job at it. Such a great coach. And again, if you're not following some of these coaches, you should. It's just, even if it just serves as an inspiration for you throughout the day. Brittany Hines, do you want to share for a minute?
Yeah. So when I became a coach, I did it solely for the discount because at the time I was a graduate assistant, so I was making $200 every 2 weeks. So I no money. And I absolutely refused to ask my family to help me afford that. So the 25% discount was all I really wanted. And I thought I didn't have time because I was a graduate student and a graduate assistant at the time. But it's in my nature to share things on Facebook, just kind of comes natural. So I shared that I was working out and eating healthy and all of that. So people started asking me what I was doing. So I slowly just started helping people just based on the fact that they were reaching out to me. I didn't really become, I would say, a true like business builder until 2016, so only 2 months ago. But it's definitely doable even with a super busy schedule. Like now I'm in classes, in an internship, and I still have time to do Beachbody coaching. And whenever someone like after the challenge group reaches out to you and says like, you know, you've changed my life, thank you so much for reaching out to me, you're hooked. Like that's really all it takes for me to want to keep helping other people.
It's an amazing feeling. Like, I mean, sometimes when I forget why I'm doing this, I mean, because you're busy. I mean, like all of you, I'm sure, you know, when you get wrapped up and like, maybe this isn't the right thing for me, and someone that you haven't even talked to, I have people that did challenge groups to me over a year and a half to almost 2 years ago that will reach out to me and say, thank you so much for, you know, helping me. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I just asked you if you wanted to join me. You know what I mean? And some of them I don't even hear from for such a long time. And they're just like, I still really appreciate it. And that's like, I'm so glad, you know, that reaffirms like why you coach. Casey, do you want to share? Or Kelsey, you're on mute. Casey's on mute. Kelsey's on mute. Kelsey, you want to go? Kelsey's frozen.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
I was to like totally scaffold Kelsey. Like there is no way like I want to do this, which at that point like I had hit rock bottom in my life, like serious rock bottom, and I needed to do something to drop my weight. And Kelsey told me, she's like, well, you can do the discount thing. I was like, I don't even want the discount because I don't want to be a coach. I was just like, no. And then when I started doing it, I started doing the challenge group, and it just totally changed everything. Like I was hooked. I loved it. I loved the workout. I loved the accountability. I loved my first challenge group. Like it was just, I really enjoyed it. And then so I basically within the first week, people started just asking me and bombarding me and telling me, I want to get started. So then I was sort of forced into it. I'm like, I went over to Kelsey's house and I was like, you have to help me. I don't even know what to do with these people. Like, so I started being a coach. And you know, at the beginning, I was just like so new. I didn't even know what to do. And then, you know, after I started signing people up and seeing their results and seeing how they reacted after they got their results, like that was a game changer for me. And like Brittany says, you know, it makes you, whenever they come to you and say, you know, that changed my life, that's a big deal. And another thing is the accountability for myself. Like I probably would have quit by now, but you know, whenever you have a challenge group, you have a team, and then you have when you're a coach and you have challengers that you have to keep going for, like that's kept me going more than anything.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's definitely the accountability part. For me in the beginning it was huge because I'm like, I don't plan on making any money from this, but if I can stick with it, you know, for another couple months, because I still wanted to tone up in certain areas, well, that'll work for me. And well, almost 24 months later, here we are. Kelsey, do you want to take a few minutes or a minute?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I started coaching simply for the discount, pretty much like everyone else. But it was really, I knew I had to do something, and so I started as the challenger after having my little girl. And within like 14 days, I noticed just a huge change within myself and my appearance. And when I posted my before and after picture, I just, like everyone else, you know, people started asking me what all I was doing. So obviously I took advantage of that and, you know, asked my coach how I could start signing them up. And it just progressed from there. I started signing a lot of people up every month. And it's just hearing from those people that you sign up how much you've helped them change your life, because you're not changing their lives. They're changing their lives themselves just with your help. And to know that you are there doing that with them and helping them through it just, really means a lot. And it's just so much more than you can ask for, especially when you're, I don't know, you're reaching out to people, and people might not think that you're going through similar things that they're going through. And when you make that connection, they feel drawn to you, and you just kind of create this instant friendship. And it's nice to have that when you're going through a health and fitness journey, and having that together is awesome, just like the accountability and support we offer with our challenge group. So.
Yes. So as you can see, we all start off very similar. We were very skeptical because, I think anytime you hear something untraditional, like you immediately start running for the hills. Like, this is too good to be true. This is whatever. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, because I am completely honest with my team all the time. This is not, it's a very, very simple business. Our model is very simple. There's only 3 things that you need to do, and one, that's work on yourself. You have to be proof that the products work, and you need to share that with people. That's it. And then you invite people to join you, because that's the only way that you're going to help people. And that's the only way you're going to stay in your challenge group each month, is to help other people get started on their own journeys, which is inviting. And then the third thing is personal development. So, and what I said before, part of it is growing past this negative mindset that we set for ourselves, that we're not good enough, or that we can't do this, or we can't live the life that we think we deserve or we want, because it's not possible. Anything's possible. And we're here to help you get started in whatever capacity that you want, whether it's just to get started in a challenge group and enjoy that discount, which is awesome. Or maybe it's to, make enough money to pay for your own products, which is what a hobby coach is. You want to stay on your journey, but you want to, like the Brittany, she didn't have enough money to pay for her own products. So that's how she got started, was covering that every month. Or maybe you're like Kelsey, and it's like, you know what, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and there's something really to this, because it's, I want to build a business from it, and I want my husband home with me instead of working all the time. And, I don't want to go back to work. I want to be with my kids. Or if you want to travel, or whatever your dreams and goals are, it's really that's the basis of this, is finding out what are your dreams and goals, and how can we get them how can I help you, or your coach help you to those goals? And so I don't know the last time you written down your goals or brainstormed, or, sometimes we leave school or leave college and we quit doing that in life. And that should be the opposite. Now is the time to really figure out what you want for your life and what's going to get you there. And for me, that is this opportunity of something that I'm so passionate about. And it's something that I love so dearly, because it's changed my life in so many different ways, from, my own personal journey to being able to share my messy message to, forming friendships that will forever impact my life. So I get to spend every day with some of the coolest chicks I know, and I get to help other people, and they thank me for it. And I don't even understand sometimes why they thank me for it, because they, like Kelsey said, they do the work. I'm just there cheering them on along the way. So, and in the meantime, they're cheering me on, and we're cheering each other on. It's just this really cool thing that I am so unbelievably in love with. But again, it's not easy. It's not for everybody, but it is very, very simple. So if you're trainable, teachable, if you know that this works because you've seen the transformations, pictures don't lie. You guys see us in person. These transformations are real, and mental transformations, physical transformations, and there's a lot of spiritual transformations that happen too, which again is why it's so cool. So you get to be your own person and your personality, and I love that. And I would love to keep adding different personalities to our team, because again, there is millions of people in this world that they're unhappy and they're sick and they need to be helped. And you have the opportunity now to help them. Whether, again, if it's someone in your immediate outreach, or I'm talking to people that I've never even met before, because again, that's part of the training series on how you become a successful coach. But so you have that opportunity. We're giving that to you now. We hope you take it. We hope you run with it, because I want to see so many more people on this team, United Spark, helping other people. That's what we do, and we're going to have a blast along the way. So I want you to reach out to whoever invited you on this call afterwards, or if they know that you're on the call. I mean, may have some people on here that snuck in here, but if we don't know you're on the call, reach out. We want to at least talk to you about it. We're going to have a 3-day sneak peek next week, and that's just basically going to go through 3 days of like the ins and outs, like how do you make money, anything to do with Beachbody and like the business side of it. There's going to be a 3-day series on that next week, Monday through Wednesday. If you're ready to go now, that's great. Let's get you ready. And then we're going to do a 28-day training series next month. It's going to be a training series and a challenge group together if you've already been through one challenge group. So you've had to be through one challenge group to be able to go through that training series. Okay. So I'm going to teach you. I'm going to run if you want to run, walk if you want to walk, and we're going to rock and roll and make everything possible that we believe is possible. So have a great night. Thank you so much for jumping on, and I hope to see you all soon.
Good night.
Bye.